This is Algebra 2, 2.3, rate of change and slope. If you memorized any formula in Algebra 1, it was probably the slope formula. This one's the one that's used the most often, and this is the one that I require you to remember the most in Algebra 1. Remember that rate of change and slope are the same thing. When I'm asking you to find the rate of change, it's the same thing as finding the slope, which is defined as the change in y over the change in x. And I ran out of room over here, so I have taken it to the next line. And over here you have the formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And slope, remember, is represented by the variable m. So if I ask you to find the slope of 2 points, I say 1 and -3, and 3, 5, and you need to find the slope of them. You take y2, and if you have to label them, that's fine, x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 is 5 minus y1, which is -3, divided by x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 1. So 5 minus -3, or 5 plus 3, is 8, divided by 3 minus 1, which is 2. You always need to simplify this, so 8 divided by 2 is 4. And remember to box or circle your answer. Next problem, find slope. It's -8, comma 11, and 24, comma -9. So again, if you need to label them, go for it. If you don't, that's awesome. So we have -9 minus 11 divided by 24 minus -8. So we have -9 minus 11, which is -20, divided by 24 minus -8, which is 32. Now these don't reduce evenly, or they don't reduce to a whole number, but they do reduce, and so it reduces to -5 over 8. Also remember, if you're finding slope, and let's say you came out with an answer of 0 over 3, that means you have an answer of 0. So remember, you have a horizontal line then of slope 0. If you come out with an answer where 0 is on the denominator, if you remember the video of Slope Dude, and I'll link the video of Slope Dude on your little piece of paper if you'd like to watch it again, that I got distracted by Slope Dude because it's such an awesome video, that if you have a 0 on the denominator, that it is undefined, which means you have a vertical line. Remember, that's the worst curse word in math. And if you haven't watched Slope Dude yet, you need to. I definitely will link that for you once I finish this video. So the next thing I want us to do is, given an equation, so 6y equals 8x minus 40, I want you to determine the slope for each equation. To determine slope, you need to put them in slope-intercept form. So you need to get the y by itself. So in this equation, we would just divide by 6. So y is equal to 8/6x minus 40 over 6. And you need to reduce both of those. So y, 8 over 6, they both reduce by 2. So you have y equals 4/3 x minus 40 over 6 also reduces by 2. So it would become 20/3. So if it's asking you to find your slope, so what is your m? Our m in this case is 4/3. Let's do another one. If I give you the problem -2y minus 16x equals 41, and I say put this in slope-intercept form, remember you need to get your y by itself. So you'll add 16x to both sides. So you have -2y equals 16x plus 41. Then to get the y by itself, you divide by negative 2. So y is equal to 16 divided by 2 is negative 8x. 41 divided by negative 2 doesn't reduce, so negative 41 over 2. And so when you're looking for the slope, our slope would be negative 8. Okay, let's do one more. And I think after I write this problem down, after you write this problem down, you should pause it, put it in slope intercept form, find the slope, and then push play again to verify this answer. So what we're looking for is y, and I would subtract the 5 over first, because you can combine the 18 minus 5 because they're like terms with each other. So 18 minus 5 is 13. Then I would subtract the 12x. So negative 4y is equal to negative 12x plus 13. And then divide by that negative 4. Do not forget to bring down the negative 4. The minus sign that's in front of the 4 makes that a negative 4. So y is equal to 3x minus 13 over 4. And so my slope, in this case, is positive 3. Now remember, if I hadn't brought down that negative sign, it would have changed my whole answer, because this would have been negative 12 divided by positive 4, and that would have given me a negative 3, and that would not have worked. It would have given me the wrong answer.